Hi, everybody. I appreciate the opportunity to bring you some updates, some brief updates regarding things going on around Roane State. Of course, it's a short week, a holiday week, and just as a reminder, for the Thanksgiving schedule, there will be no classes held Wednesday, November 25th. However, in spite of there not being any classes, both the Roane County and the Oak Ridge campuses will be open both of those days. Now, remember, please, that all campuses, all sites will be closed Thursday, November 26th through Sunday, November 29th, of course, for the Thanksgiving holiday. Hope you have just a wonderful, wonderful time. I know for many, the celebrations will be much different, as has everything been different the last several months. But in spite of all of that, I hope you have a restful, joyous time of Thanksgiving. And speaking of holiday celebrations, it won't be long before we're looking ahead toward the celebrations in December, and wanted to remind you that we have some events coming up next week, in fact, at the various campuses. Our holiday celebrations will kick off on December 1st on several of our campuses that you can see there on the screen, followed up by a couple of more of our campuses, Cumberland and Morgan, on December 2nd, and then finishing up at Fentress County on December the 3rd. And so those are great opportunities for folks to get together, distanced, of course. So faculty, staff, and students are all welcome to those. In fact, students will receive a free ornament during that time. But again, please check your local campus and the times and dates, again, because those will differ a little bit from campus to campus, and those will be held next week. And speaking of giving to students, our employee giving campaign has kicked off. You've probably seen the email that's come out from the foundation, and that's a good reminder to all of us that there's so many opportunities for us to give and support our students. And certainly there is no have to in this. This is not a requirement, but it is an opportunity. And appreciate the foundation making all of us aware of a couple of specific ways, if you're not already giving, or if you want to increase your giving, opportunities that you have to do those. And number one is the Raider Fund. Now, the Raider Fund is available when a student does not qualify for what we would consider normal foundation scholarships, but still is deserving of assistance. And donations to this fund to help the students that really need it the most. It helps students across the Roane State service area with a variety of needs that they have. And by contributing to the Raider Fund, you'll be supporting, again, a variety of scholarship needs across our service area. The food pantry, which we've talked about several times, that fund, of course, helps purchase food and supplies for each campus food pantry. There are many students who can't afford breakfast, lunch, and many of them typically spend all day on campus, and unfortunately without anything to eat. And because of your caring and the partnering that we do with Second Harvest and Kroger and several other entities, and again, the giving that you generously provide, we're able to help these students. There are also those that have empty pantries at home. And again, with student learning from home, students learning from home rather, and in some cases caring for children and other family members in the midst of this pandemic, gifts to the food pantry really can make an even bigger difference than even under normal circumstances. I mean, I don't have to tell you the great need that is out there. And from the bottom of our hearts, so whether you're giving to the food pantry or whether to the Raider Fund or some other opportunity, we really appreciate that. We don't take that lightly, and from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. Speaking of the food pantry, our next Food Pantry on the Go event, mobile food pantry, if you will, is set for Wednesday, December 2nd, and that will be at the Campbell County campus, and that event will be held in room 101 starting at 11 a.m. and it will run until 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Roane State students from any of our campuses, of course, will have the opportunity to shop for free for a wide variety of non-perishable and microwavable food items. And we certainly hope this will help our students and their families stock up ahead of the winter break that is coming. So again, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you get some rest. I want you to know just how sincerely I appreciate you, all that you do, and how grateful I am for your passion for Roan State students and for their success. I want to thank, as always, Dr. Matt Waters, Sarah Self. They make these videos possible. And want to, again, as I try to close every time, let's all please, particularly going into the holidays, let's all please be very, very safe. Let's all continue to be kind to one another as we insist on excellence from our students and from ourselves. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving.